GM fam, we are live with your host Phil X Contreras, where we talk about Solana NFTs, the drama, the love, and the vibes. For example, are the crypto comps really on Solana? Is Discord an NFT project disruptor? Let's find out on all that right now. Okay, but first, this isn't financial advice. It's just a dude in his basement talking about how much he likes cartoon JPEGs for entertainment. Okay, so the punks. Let's talk about these rascals and what they are doing right now. So this is called the 50 Punks of Solana, where they've been sent on a recon mission to travel from ETH to Solana, and they've been wormholed into this place. So what is going on here? Two punks of the 50s are here. I guess you would call them the first pilgrims landing in Massachusetts, right? And they have launched on HateSwap. I almost said oh, that would have been bad. On HateSwap. And I'm assuming there's some playbook here between 50 Punks of Solana, Lunar Project, NFT, maybe some ABC network connections. Obviously, probably HG Soul as well. But these guys have basically showed down today. They have came out with the wormhole on Punk 1561 and Punk 7148. Two guys out of the 50, and they can land it in HateSwap. And as you can see here, there is 1,000 of them, of each of them. So what the statement here says on what they're doing is the time has come for the punks to come to the rest of the week. Please be careful. Oh, let's go to the next one actually. So we'll go to the next one right here. If I go down. Okay, here we go. And his name was Punk 71448. Has traveled through time and changed to be where he is today on HateSwap. What is this? What does it mean? What can you do? Read on adventure. Punk 7148 is now available in 1,000 editions on Solana at 6 Sol unit. So this started off at 6 Sols. Owning a 1,000 grants you the same perks as owning the ETH1. Rock it as a PFP if you want. Use it for your brand. Your punk, your choice. Own 1,000 pieces, then you can redeem the E version you hold the majority of. So overall, this is really cool stuff that they're doing right here. The next ones that that are gonna come out, I don't know how that's gonna do, but there's so many possibilities here. I mean, I would think that maybe another sub that would be created here, like if someone would own all 50, let's say it's a 1,000 collection of each one of these right here. And someone on one actually owns like one out of all of them, there could probably be a sub DAO of that. Just like ABCs, if you own 30, you're part of ABC Ventures. Maybe if you own 1,000 of each of these 50 punks, you could probably join that type of thing. I don't know, a lot of cool things that could possibly be here. I'm so interested in what's gonna happen with HateSwap and this, and maybe Lunar Project as well, and what these guys are bringing out. So on the other thing, we have another project coming out called Toys R Us, and Toys R Us is basically minting out today. Toys R Us is a Web2 company. I mean, I really Web2, but they basically, they went through bankruptcy, yada yada yada, and they came back, and then now they're in Macy's, and they've gone and actually displayed their toys in there, and they're actually doing pretty well now. And they are now joining forces with Anybody's going into Web3. Now, Anybody's is an NFT project on Solana that was basically created in 2021. You could call them basically OGs in this space. And what Anybody's did was they were able to connect with Toys R Us and basically show them the path that they can launch with Anybody's. And so far, so good. Anybody's have done a great job in bringing these guys into this platform. So the one thing about Anybody's is that if they successfully launch this, which already looks like it's gonna do very well, then they have this resume of Toys R Us, and they could potentially bring other big brands into this space with their professionalism and launchment of how they've done with Toys R Us. So hopefully this does well. I can't wait to see this. Congrats on Anybody's, congrats on Toys R Us, and good stuff for Solana overall. Now, in other news, we have Discord coming out with an interesting showcase here. They have come out with Solana integration with verified roles. verified roles have been renamed to linked roles and are likely to launch very soon. Similar as to with App Directory, Discord has chosen to partner with a few third-party launch partners. Blocks Link, Solana, Charlie Main, and DeviantArt. And you can see right here, you have Solana right here. Boom, bada bing. And you can see must connect with Solana account. This is definitely something that could probably make some moves on Matrica, because Matrica has this system to where you could have roles and all that good stuff. So hopefully this stuff is going to be very bullish for Solana. I could definitely see some good stuff over there. Now, in other news, we have this project called 123X NFT. It's the interoperable layer 2 for NFTs. And they have announced something basically saying it's almost time. We've been hard at work for the last few months, and the current status of the ecosystem regarding creator fees comforts us in the idea that has been driving us since day one. What if instead of trying to fix something, you just look at it differently? So right here, they are basically talking about creator royalties, I think. And they are coming out with some layer 2 solution in NFTs. I don't really know how this is going to work out, but it is definitely interesting. I mean, HG Soul, I think he is also a part of this. And this is definitely something that I am looking out for. Make sure you follow this one. You hit that bell as well, as I will be doing as well, and see what other news we come out with this. They have been not really talking much. It's been a secret. And, we are just trying to piece the puzzle together here. So 123X NFT, check that out as well. All right. So in other news, I will be talking more about this in my own content and actual content on YouTube, to where we're going to describe on what's going on between Magic Eden and Metaplex and all the drama around royalties, because this is definitely a war that's going on between these guys. I usually don't like when these guys go at it, but it happens a lot with these marketplaces. And Metaplex is not really a marketplace, but this one, they kind of got involved because of this whole royalty solutions that they're trying to bring out. So we'll see where this goes. Make sure you stay tuned for the content that I'm going to bring out. Now, let's get on with what my stuff is on the secondary watch list. This is my favorite stuff. I like talking about this stuff. Now, here we go. What's going on, Dickinsons? How you doing, man? GM. All right, so let's start off with the greens. The greens are the ones that I usually don't play out with. I don't really buy, and I just observe it. So we have a lot of things going on. Sharks are still going up at 11 Solana. You have experiments still at 1.28. This is one project we talked about for a while. I would say maybe like 4 weeks, and they have finally gone up from 5.50 to around 1.28 Solana now. So again, Anybody's is a project from Jersey Shore, which I basically talk about every week. I've been talking about this project when it was down here, on how this project will start gaining value because of what Jersey's doing with his SaaS products, and how he's building this project out with its kind of gamification. And you can already see that movement happening around here. The staking mechanism is coming in, and now they're at 1.28. Now, are they going to come back down to 0.50? It doesn't seem so. It seems like they're heading into a new level now. They're probably going to be around here for a while. So we'll see where this goes. I still have 3 of them right now, but definitely a project that I am looking at. And as far as for me, I won't be buying it until I do see this coming down a little bit more. All right. So in other news, well, let's look at the red first. So we have a couple of reds. We have the Nectars here. They're at 89.99. Still a little bit too high for us. And we have Soul Decoder as well. Finally coming back down at 4.84. This project has been always around this price. But I am still looking at it and see where it's going to go. Let me change this to a 2-hour movement. Now, the other project that I do want to talk about is Metaplex, something that I definitely am looking at. So Metaplex is a project, basically, like we talked about earlier with this whole Magic Eden situation, trying to solve royalties. they created this thing called the Candy Machine. Candy Machine was OG 2021. Well, I guess you would say a program for NFTs to launch on Solana. Now they created Candy Machine version 2, where you don't really need development skills. It's a no dev type of play to where you can put your NFT projects and hopefully help a lot more people get their NFTs out there on Solana. Now the thing here is that they came out with this Metaplex white paper. There's 993 right now, and no one knows what this is. That's why it's very risky, and I'm just I'm putting just a little bit in on this one to see where this is going. But as you can see, when I say it's risky, maybe there's a little bit of a downturn because of the whole situation with Magic Eden and Metaplex. Maybe a little bit of hyperspace in there as well, which is another issue again. But overall, I do think that something's going to come out that's going to be very well for Metaplex white paper. They've been here for a while. They've been very helpful for Solana. I don't think they're doing any harm. I think they're just trying to find a solution. Some may say it might be too fast of a solution, but again, they're trying. They're working on it. So we'll see where this goes. If it does come back down to below 2, I'm probably gonna buy one, my second one, and then from there we'll see where this goes, and then see where the news goes. And then the way to check for the news is obviously on Twitter. Twitter will have basically everything you need to know. It's like citizen journalism. It's better than the news, obviously, because you got updated information here. The news comes out maybe like 6-10 hours later, as you can see with like the whole FTX situation. But yeah, definitely one I'm looking at right now is Metaplex, and see where it's going. All right, so we did talk about Anybody's a little bit. You can see finally Anybody's is coming down to 28 SOL. The whole mint process is happening now. People are starting getting ready for their mints. People are now maybe just not talking about Anybody's anymore, because Toys R Us is fun. It's basically today, it's done, it's over. Congrats to everybody, and people start selling off, yada yada yada. The hype is basically going away now. That's why this price is coming down a little bit. So for me, I want to get into Anybody's. I've been dying to get into Anybody's. We were talking about this project as well when it was around this price, and we've been waiting for a while for it to come back down, and it's finally coming back down. So I want to buy at least 2 of them, because again, what I usually do is I have one in the vault, in my own personal vault, which is just my wallet. I just say vault because it just sounds cooler. But I have one for me and then one to trade. So I'm planning on buying 2 of them at some point when it does get at this level, if it does come back below 20. If it doesn't, too bad. Whatever, it happens. But I'm not going to chase the price. I want the price to come to me. That's basically how I'm going to play this. All right, so in other news, we have Saga Pass as well. Saga Pass is another, it's not really an NFT project. It's definitely not. But Saga Pass is related to the Solana mobile phone. So Solana mobile phone, it basically is, we don't know when it's really coming out, but the way this project as Saga Pass, I don't want to say project yet, the way this is connected is that if you have a Saga Pass, you can basically be a part of this, as far as like being like one of the first ones to see it, maybe like one of the first ones to get VIP access to it, maybe one of the first ones to actually talk about it on like a private chat. There's a lot of things that they did say that what this could do as far as first access. And the other thing that did say that there's going to be basically a airdrop at some point of whatever. I don't know what it's going to be, but something. So that has all that hype and news has finally died down, and it's still dying down, but it's coming. It's finally coming down, and I'm definitely waiting for this to go lower, because and the problem here is that if I keep waiting and waiting, the news is going to come out at some point, and this thing is going to go back up again. So that's the only danger to this, is that if I keep waiting long, the news might come out, boom, and it's done, and it's over. All right. So The other project, I mean, Sorcies is still at the same level, 1.75. I already got my 2 here, so it's like I'm not really trying to get more. A pair of tools is still 2.58, still at this level, so it might just be here for a little bit until they keep building. They're still, they're still really just doing the same project with like the whole asset list, and they did come out with what do you call it? The accounting bookkeeping program, which was another cool tool. They came out with their copy trading program as well, which is another cool thing. So they are building. They're not stopping. They keep going, and that is one thing I like about this project. We did talk to them, and they were really cool people overall. But again, as they build, the value will probably increase with whatever they're doing, which is again the copy trading platform, the bookkeeping platform, and the whitelist creation platform, which is like it's a different way of whitelisting. Basically, they're gonna track how your wallet does. Like if you were like a holder of NFTs for like more than 30 days, projects can basically check that off and have that as far as like you being accepting you into their whitelist program. So like it's a couple of cool things here and there. So on to the next one. Liberty Square is another interesting project. It's still here at the same level, but I don't want to really talk about now. Soul Army, this is one project that I really do enjoy. I've been looking at General Soul for a very long time, back in 2021, and the thing is, right now, if you're trying to buy a Soul Army, it's a very high price right now. Some could say it's you could get into there like you could become exit liquid. Let's just throw it that way. So, but it's a project to track. I always track this project because General Soul is an amazing person on Solana. He doesn't stop building. Like this guy just keeps going and going. And I'm going to give you a little bit of back history on what this guy basically did and how he basically grew. So General Soul, he grew in Solana back in 2021. He basically, at that time when I was looking at him, he had like, I think like 2,000 or 3,000 followers. Even less than that. I think it was like around like below 1,000 when I first looked at him. And he had a monkey PFP. He was growing from there. And he built this project called the Soul Army, which there's 500 Soul Army NFTs, and the Soul Army basically is a community to where he basically curated and handpicked these people on Twitter a long time ago, and these people held this thing since 2021. It's amazing how this community is so tight, and from there, he created basically an academy within this project. So this project has the Soul Academy, which basically teaches you about NFTs, education, and all that good stuff. They even had a course of like teaching you how to become a community manager, and you can actually use it and go out and try to like apply for other NFT projects, and they have connections for that as well. So a lot of cool things they do to help people. And so I will recommend like, maybe like, just joining the Soul Academy and like, being a part of it and seeing like if you're a beginner and understanding how NFTs work in like the very deep knowledge way. Now you also have the Soul Army recruits where you can actually buy this and actually look at the Discord, but like you can't talk. So that's another cool, interesting way of like getting into the Soul Army program. And you also have these recruits, which is basically there's 500 of them. It's the same number as the Soul Army as well. And these guys are basically had nothing on them, no utility. But then the last part here says, or are they? So right now it seems like they're gonna have some type of utility, and these things are growing. They're what I think is happening is they're building this thing called like Loopify. It looked pretty cool. It's like almost like a Discord, I would say. And this thing is it has a lot of features. where create a project spotlight. You have a way of like connecting with people here, and overall, I mean, it just looks completely cool. He's always innovating. That's what I like about this guy, and he's just very mellow, very cool. He stays out of the drama. He's funny on Twitter, but yeah, much respect to this guy. Make sure you follow him and stay alert on the project, because it at some point, I think, I mean, you just don't know, after everything is done with the mint, with whatever they're doing, their next move, when it does come down, it could be another great opportunity to just be a part of that army. Now, another project I am currently looking at is okay. So we have, let's talk about the punks here, because this is interesting right here. We have these guys who came out, Punk 7148, Punk 1561, and you can see this movement going upward to 18 Solana, and you had this one that went up to almost the same 24 Solana right here. When they came out with the news here on Twitter, I did buy one like at 8, and then I sold it around, like, I think it was like 18 Solana at that time. But I did not know that price was gonna happen. I was gonna buy one, just keep one, for a while until it increased in value. But it just hyped up. I didn't see that coming, to be honest. But it's finally come back down to levels of 12 Solana, and this one is definitely gonna be interesting just to watch all these punks, and I just really want to track all of them, because like HG Soul. That whole ecosystem, they're definitely some big builders, and they come from Ethereum, where the open DAO, it was a legit DAO, and what they're building here is just seeing it progress from just ABCs to hate swap, maybe the 50 punks. It's just fascinating. So I'm tracking this in two ways. If it goes undervalued in price, if it goes below 8, which I don't think it will, but if it does, I'm probably gonna get one. I'm probably gonna be in this system. Buy one for me, buy one to trade. That's always been my thing. So I hope that happens. I don't think obviously, like, the people who have this don't want that, might not want that to happen, but I want it to happen so I can get an undervalued price. So I'm tracking these two things and see where it goes right here with Punks 1748 and 1561. And again, when we looked at tweets, you have IP rights, you have all this good stuff if you actually do own one of these punks. All right, so overall, some cool things happening. Sharks, I think this one we talked about a little bit with Soul Investor. Soul Investor basically, he was very bullish on this project from the get-go. When we talked about it, maybe like for a goddamn 2 months, and it's finally reached an all-time high, 11.79. So some great stuff there. I mean, we were talking, what was the price when? Oh yeah, it was around 4 when we were having discussions on our live videos with Soul Investor. And just look at that thing; it's just gone enormously up. I thought it was gonna end like at 9 Solana. I was completely wrong. It kept going to 11 Solana. So insane stuff. All right, so Matrica Labs, I'm surprised this is still high right now because of this whole Discord thing that just happened. We'll just see how this plays out. I'm thinking this will probably start dipping after this whole Discord Solana relationship that's going on, but we'll see how it does. Now, Claynosaurz, this one we definitely had some up and downs with the short time frame that it had. Claynosaurz, it's right now had its snapshot that let's actually look at it. But yeah, they had their snapshot of their upcoming sneak peek, and we'll see where it does. In the snapshot is complete. Don't move just yet. Hold on to your Claynos and keep them safe. So we'll see where this goes. Again, when we looked at this last time, they had all this knowledge right here to where you could probably piece it together. No one hasn't really figured out what's going on here, but it definitely just seems like a very nice gamified way of sticking around with these NFTs. You got the avatar, the class, the gear, you have the items, the raid. a lot of cool stuff here with Claynosaurz, and I really can't wait to see what comes out from this snapshot. Now, as far as it being at 29, I am going to hopefully wait for it to come back down below 24. And if it does, I'll get my second Claynosaurz here. I already have one, but I really want my second one. So we'll see where this goes. It's too high right now, obviously, but definitely see where that goes right there. All right, so overall, I mean, that's pretty much mostly everything I'm looking at. Oh, Lunar is another one right here. Lunar is still like kind of a little bit too high. It doesn't seem like they might go any lower. It's just, you know, we had our good times with the prices it was before, but I'm still looking at it, still watching it, and see where this one goes as well. So if you don't know what Lunar is, it's another project from the OpenDAO. The OpenDAO, again, from Ethereum. And there's a 10K collection. They have these cool little figures right here. You know, different 12 different type of animals that come with their own token, I would say. And then with their own token, you can actually swap them for this thing called the Lunar token. But the thing is, the Lunar token is not out yet. It will come out at some point, but we don't know yet. I think it'll come out on Lunar New Year, but we shall see where it comes. So you got the rat, the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, the snake, the horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, pig. So it definitely looks like an interesting project. You got the artist here, and you have the dev team, which is the OpenDAO. The OpenDAO, the big team. You know, HG Soul and his guys here. So I have 2 of these guys, these bad boys, and I did sell 2 of them, but I'm holding them off. See where this thing goes. All right, so that is basically everything that we have for today. Guys, have a good weekend. Enjoy. And if you have any more questions, let me know about any NFT project that you want me to review. I'll be happy to do so. And overall, much love and peace.